Nice! The Japanese Pokemon Twitter account submitted another Fan Friday strategy. Because remember guys, if you're a really good trainer, you should try your best to play with favorite Pokemon. And man, are they upping the bar. So, have you made Scorbunny OP yet? And have you used Scorbunny to beat up a Cinderace? What? So, Cinderace is going to come in. That's a Libero hit. Coming in, high jump kick, one shot, Focus Sash. Focus Sash into counter, and that's the game. Scorbunny, OP. Now, when I first saw this strategy, I thought the move being used was Reversal, but I didn't see the Libero activate, and Reversal only has 15 PP, and counter is the one with 20. I don't read Japanese, but I was able to figure that out through gameplay mechanics and shenanigans, but there's also a lot of weird things going on with this strategy, just kind of show the thought and care put into it. For starters, Scorbunny has 157 hit points, which is full EV investment on the base 50. So max IVs, max EVs doesn't really make sense if you're trying to do some kind of fierce strategy. You want to get dropped down to 1 hit points and you want the strategy to work. However, when you have 40 defense, you're pretty much taking full damage on any hit. Look at how much that high jump kick is. So at level 50, you're taking 300 plus damage. You need that Focus Sash, and then that's where the EVs come into play, because the more hit points, the more you get to double back damage, and then the more variety of Pokemon you get to KO with the surprise counter. Because yeah, if someone throws out a Scorbunny, you're just maybe thinking they're trying to do something cheeky, and it might be worth just throwing a hit on them, because if they get set up, what if there's a flame charge and then it turns out to be a hidden sweeper Pokemon that you didn't respect, so you just have to throw a move at it and then you get countered anyways and it's GG. So you don't know what the opponent's going to do, then you just kind of get baited into that. I'd also imagine that you want 0 in the IVs just to kind of keep taking more and more damage on top of that. And I guess since effort values need to go somewhere, 71 on the attack. And I do want to look at Scorbunny's stats because they're really surprising. 71 attack isn't good, but it's a lot higher than what you would expect for a base stage Pokemon. Unless it's like Trapinch or something, because Trapinch just has 100 attack. But 71 is workable under certain situations, and you can get the damage out there to KO a Pokemon if you need to. And 69, nice, on that speed, means that you can have some outspeed potential since there's a lot of slow, bulky setup Pokemon. Scorbunny might surprisingly 2-tap as an anti-stall in some weird situations, and also Libero just gives it more damage that it has any right to have. So another thing I wanted to look at was the reversal damage. And if you have an adamant Scorbunny, you Focus Sash, and then you just go into Libero, that reversal, because of its absurdly high base power, is enough to KO Pokemon like Cinderace. So not every Pokemon is going to follow this. 80 hit points, 75 defense on the lower end, on the sweeper end, and then you're barely getting that KO. But I mean, what if there's some shenanigans going on with this? So you can go, like I said, Endure into a Lychee Berry. Well, now you have +1 on that, and your damage is getting even crazier. As long as you're outspeeding, you're good. Or what happens if you have 252 speed, and then you go Salac Berry? Now you're outspeeding Pokemon like Cinderace. Now you're outspeeding Pokemon like Inteleon. Actually, I just noticed that Cinderace is adamant nature, so Jolly is going to make it a bit more interesting. 188. So we would have to go Jolly ourselves, and then we don't have full KO damage. Damn, that's actually a little disappointing, but let's try to scale this in other kind of ways. What happens if you're doing this against Inteleon? Because Inteleon has that natural outspeed against Cinderace, things get wacky. Drop this down to level 50. Actually enough to KO while holding on to that outspeed. So I mean, there is weird stuff you could do. I've actually want to see a lot more Endure into boosting berry setups, because now that Pokemon get access to Endure again because of the TR-TM system and bringing back some of the older tutor moves, there is some outplay and crazy combo potential going on. We can also take a look at Scorbunny's moveset, because as a not fully evolved Pokemon, it is going to be limited in what it has access to. It's not going to just have a Pyro Ball, because that's the signature move of its full evolution. Still have the counter though, so counter at level 28, that's just kosher for the Pokemon. We got reversal, that's going to be a TR, so we're good to go, and still have high jump kick. So 130 power, stronger than signature move, on the same accuracy, still going to hit pretty hard. Same with the Sucker Punch. So even if they have a Focus Sash, like they hit you, your Focus Sash procs, you go counter, they have a Focus Sash. If they don't have that priority, you just Sucker Punch them, and then maybe you can Sucker Punch again for very slight amounts of damage. But as we saw with the Grookey strategy, because this is the other thing that the Poketimes posted pretty much in the same way. If you're a good trainer, play your best. I'm going to try hard to win with Grookey, and that's a Rotom. You look at that, it's like, it's over. It's impossible for Grookey to find enough damage and just do anything against Rotom Heat. Like, what is this starter Pokemon going to do? Well, we got new moves going on with the Grassy Glide and Endeavor. So, extra spicy shenanigans come into play. Does require Focus Sash, but Fear is still alive in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that's another really cool thing to think about, because you might be thinking, well, if every Pokemon gets auto level to 50, you don't have that crazy level 1 strat. But with all the damage out there and with just the low defensive stats, you can guarantee going to 1 hit points and then doing enough just to kind of take out an opponent. And by not being a level 1 Pokemon, even if that Rotom was grounded and getting a little bit of healing off of the grassy terrain, you would be able to do enough damage with the Grassy Glide, still have priority, still have the shenanigans, and then you have follow-up damage. So this Grookey is going to do a little bit of damage on top of that for the next Pokemon, and then you still come out ahead. So there's a lot of plus potential in this weirdness, and just kind of shows like, yeah, you can keep coming up with like weird janky strategies and put your opponent at some kind of disadvantage, because Fear is still alive, Counter Sash shenanigans is still alive. I'm still rooting for that, you know, Boost Berry with the Endurance stuff. It's cool. It's cool what is possible out there, and then just like looking at movesets and trying to make the Pokemon work. But now, I feel the Poketimes is going to have their greatest challenge ahead of them, because what are you going to do with Sobble? Sobble doesn't have the same tools as what we saw. We don't have Mirror Coat, we don't have Counter, we don't have Endeavor. Like Endeavor Sucker Punch, yeah, that would work. But it doesn't happen that way. And that is the interesting advantage about the Grookey, about the Scorbunny, because you can pretty much guarantee these Pokemon are going to get one shot into range. Rillaboom, it can do the same strat, but it's kind of bulky. So it's not going to guarantee him the 1 hit points for the Endeavor shenanigans, but even like a, I guess, 3rd health, you know, Endeavor on a Rillaboom into that follow-up damage will be enough. It can still kind of be there, but at least these Pokemon do bring something compelling. Like the Scorbunny and Grookey, they bring something compelling versus their fully evolved forms that might catch the opponent off guard. With Sobble, I don't see anything really. It's one of the few Pokemon that has double team left, so I guess you could get like super lucky. Felstinger, Haze, Ice Shard, Mist. Again, has Sucker Punch, Tearful Look. So I mean, I don't think there's anything here. I would love for the Pokemon Company to pull something. Is this where we actually see like the Endure into the Berry? I looked up the damage. It's not enough because it's going to be very similar to the Scorbunny without Libero, without those extra tools that it has. So I mean, something's up. I'm really interested in seeing what the Poketimes is up to, because now they've done 2 of the starter Pokemon. Are they just going to go into other Pokemon as well? Because they've shown off the main strats. You got Sash into Surprise counter move, and then you have Fear still alive and well, and then other Fear Pokemon and other Pokemon can make it work. Mirror Coat, kind of on the same line. So it's like, just look at the counter Pokemon. Just look at the Mirror Coat Pokemon. Do cheeky shenanigans to the opponent and cool things could happen. It really is about the surprise factor, because you look at a lot of the Pokemon that get access to these moves, and they want to do a lot of things. So they're kind of scary enough to where you have to throw a hit at them, but if you do it at the wrong time, or if you like mispredict what they're up to, then you get one shot in return. And some Pokemon like Blastoise, it's bulky. You throw a neutral or a non-KO super effective special move at it, you're going to get one shot by that Mirror Coat, and then maybe Blastoise can be able to do more outside of that. I like Shell Bell into counter and Mirror Coat on tanky Pokemon, because you get 1/8 of your health back. So it's more than getting on the leftovers. It might be enough to push you over into that extra realm, and then now you get 2 counter Mirror Coats against an opponent, because they just don't understand what those damage numbers do. So I like this. I like this idea. If you're a good trainer, do your best to play with your favorite Pokemon. Come up with some cheeky stuff. It can just be unexpected setup, kind of going all the way back to what got me into competitive Pokemon with Generation 4, where it's like, yo, stockpile, belly drum, rest, Snorlax. What you going to do about it? Nothing. You think you can beat it up, and then I become unkillable, and then I'm one-shotting everything. Or at least like 2-shotting. I'm doing more damage than you're doing to me, and you can't beat me, I will eventually beat you kind of idea. Or it's like, yeah, you get those weird trades. You get that weird set that no one's expecting, and it puts the opponent so off tempo that now you have a massive advantage when the Pokemon doesn't seem like it should give you that. So, good stuff on the Pokemon Company, showing this off. I guess now we just kind of wait to see what else is going to be coming out of this one. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.